Hello and welcome to Bargain Bin, where we look at clearance toys and see what went wrong, or if they just didn't get a fair shake. Today we're looking at Tech for Kids Nitro Grinders. So Nitro Grinders are these little columns that have a single set of wheels on them. There's a weight in the bottom of the column that makes it kind of like a Segway, which allows it to roll along while keeping its height. It's pretty clever and it's actually pretty well executed. They say it's the tricks at your fingertips, and it definitely delivers on that account. The movement forward is silky smooth, assuming the tires are in good shape, and yes, they do have extra tires if you need to change them out. Heck, you can change the hubcaps too, like this guy has the giant grinding spikes on them. They also have some playsets to go with it, but the playsets are kind of where some of the trouble begins. Now, they're designed to be things like half pipe, quarter pipe, ramps, things like that, but because of the plastic they're made out of, they're attached together with this kind of weird peg system, which really doesn't work and doesn't stay put at all. I had to glue this down to get it to look the way it does, and even then it still pops out. However, it does have this fun gimmick where it turns into a canister that lets you use it as kind of like a carrying case, which I think is kind of cool, and I imagine was the way it was originally supposed to be packaged, even though they got shipped in a cardboard box. However, if you have things like the Tech Deck ramps or anything like that, these things actually work pretty well. The idea that you can flick it to make it go forward is really good. Like I said, the movement's pretty smooth. You can get some good speed if you give it a good enough flick. I'm being pretty gentle right here. But it's kind of fun, but then you have to wonder what went wrong. And part of it is they're really silly looking. I mean, just look at these guys. They're really kind of awkward looking despite how well they perform, and they have all the weird faces on them, like a lot of these collectible toys have been lately with the weird faces on what is otherwise kind of an interesting idea. And partly because you couldn't really see them in action all that well, I think is probably why a lot of people didn't give these a fair shake, because they do perform. They are kind of fun as an interesting novelty, but honestly I think some of the weirdness combined with the playsets being a bit iffy is probably what drove this thing into the ground. So this is Bargain Bin, and until next time, keep on hunting.